What's up, YouTube? It's Debt-Free Joel here. Just wanted to give you a quick update on the student loan forgiveness from President Biden. So this is actually pretty interesting. Initially, President Biden wanted to announce over Memorial Day weekend the forgiveness of student loans up to $10,000 up to a certain income limit. But unfortunately, because of the tragic shooting that happened in Texas, that's going to likely be postponed. But here's what we know. What we know is that he's going to forgive via executive order $10,000 in student loans for folks that are making below $150,000, or if you have a combined household of $300,000 in income. Now, why is this important? Because when President Biden was initially campaigning, he said that he would forgive up to $10,000 in student loans only if Congress passed a law to do so. Well, you can see how Congress is acting these days, and the fact that Democrats don't really have the pull to get that law passed through. Why is this important? Because when Joe Biden signs this, it's likely going to be challenged in the courts. And when it's likely going to be challenged in the courts, there's going to be a determination about whether the executive order of forgiving student loans is actually even legal. So think about that for a second. During the campaign trail, he specifically talked about not doing this via executive order. He wanted to do it via law. But if he does this via executive order, which is likely going to happen because the Democrats are likely going to lose the House and the Senate come November, this is going to be challenged in the courts and may likely be overturned. So this is why it's a little bit interesting. The other thing to consider, because it's political, is that you have Democrats and Republicans both mad. Let's go through them. Democrats are mad because they want higher forgiveness in payments. So think about the Bernie Sanders crowd, those type of folks. What they want is $50,000 or all the debt just completely paid off, right? Then you have Republicans who are like, why are we forgiving any of the student loan debt in the first place? Now, here's the thing to consider, and this is where, approval ratings and things like that are going to come into play. If you're someone who went to the military, you probably had your student loans forgiven because you were participating in part of the service. Well, what happens to those folks? Those folks went to the military specifically for that, and now after, you're just going to be a blanket forgiveness of $10,000. What about the people who actually paid off their student loans already? They get nothing from this. What about the people who never went to college? They get nothing from this. So this is going to be a little bit interesting of a fight that's going to come. It is going to be pretty interesting. But here, like I said, is the summary. Up to $150,000 or $300,000 in combined income. It's going to be $10,000 in forgiveness. The forbearance in August is likely going to expire because if he's going to forgive student loans, why is he going to keep extending the forbearance of the student loans? And it's likely going to be charged in the courts. So when it's going to be actually put up for debate in the courts, they're going to be determining whether or not this is legal or not. So I'll keep you guys posted as much as I can. But as of right now, he would have done it over Memorial Day weekend. But again, because of the tragedy, he didn't do it. And it's likely going to happen in the next couple of weeks. And then we'll go from there. If you guys have any other questions or any comments, feel free to leave them below. Feel free to subscribe to the Instagram channel at DebtFreeJoel. I'll see you next time.